Why do we do really hard things? Why do we run? Why do we train? Why do we put ourselves in resistance? Why do we fast? Why do sometimes I put in really long days when I don't want to? Because I gotta remind myself that I'm the captain of this fucking ship.
Subscribers down 100. What's going on YouTube? Hope you are all doing well. We are back for another video. Today we are in the gym. We haven't been in the gym and done a video for a little bit, but today is special. We're in the gym today doing my event training. So this is week 1 of what, 12 weeks of work, 12 weeks of prep, 13 weeks out from competition, and today is like my first event day. And what I've specifically done for this day is just taking the stuff that is a little bit unconventional, the strongman style movements that aren't necessarily easy to train, take a bit of setting up. I've got those to do on this day. It's actually only 3 movements, that's all I'm doing today, but it is going to take me a while to get through them. I've got farmers, and then I've got my variation of power stairs, and then Atlas stones as well. It's been a while since I've done farmers and stones. I've never done power stairs, so today is mainly just about feeling things out, figuring out technique, figuring out setup and everything like that. The other thing you'll see me doing today is I'll warm up with just a band and my body weight. So I'm doing lunges, pull aparts, dislocations to get my shoulder girdle warm and my legs nice and warm, because inevitably that's all I'm going to have on competition day, as well as the apparatus. Well, how would you say that? Apparatus. Is that not American? Or is apparatus American?
It could be American. Yogurt.
Yeah, the yogurt that I'm using, the stuff that I'm going to be using, you just use that before the event but lighter, and that's pretty much all you have to warm up. So I'm utilising that and getting used to that. Just band work, body weight work, and then light versions of the event I'm about to do, exactly as it would be on competition day. So yeah, not overly serious today, just feeling stuff out, but interesting hopefully nonetheless, and cool to do the typical strongman stuff. Obviously axle has been in for a while, deadlift has been a staple for a long time. So yeah, first time touching these movements and events. Let's see how I get on. Look, Dad's just fucking launched all my kit across the room, look. Yeah, that's good. That was 95. Felt okay. So in competition it'll be 110. So I'm going to take that to 105 today and just feel that out. I could probably do 110 today, but I can tell part of me feels like that's almost ego lifting a little bit. I don't need to be doing that right now, but chucking 10 kilo aside on that, and I'll do a couple of runs with 110, call that a day, and then move on. That was good. So I think what I might be able to get away with as well is I'm training it indoors today, even though I could train it outside as the weather's good. But to be fair, I've been worried about whether it will or won't work training it indoors because it feels quite narrow running it down that track, and it's absolutely fine. So it's nice to get that in my head now, because when the rainy days come in, which we know there's going to be more of those, I know I can definitely train that indoors. And what I can take from that now is knowing that if I am training it indoors, inevitably it's a shorter run and slightly disrupted, meaning that in competition it's meant to be 30 meters straight. That's like 9 meters there, and then obviously I'm doing a steady drop turn as well. So what I can afford to do on those like rainy, wet days is I can massively overtrain that. So what I mean by that is it's 110 kilos in each hand across 30 meters in competition. On rainy days, if I get stuck inside here, I can go up to 130, 140 in each hand and really overtrain it and become more explosive with heavier loads, and just make the most of the situation. As opposed to putting 110 on and then sort of floating up and down with it, I can put a bit more on and overtrain that one. So yeah, that's sort of worked out quite positive overall. That doing that indoors today has just given me that little bit more information. So it's all about preparation, hence why we refer to it as prep. Plotting, preparation, preparing for the worst, coming up with options and solutions. Most people, when they come to a lot of these events, if they haven't got the equipment in their gym, they just don't train it. And it's like, well, what if there's another gym local to you that has got the equipment? How much is the equipment to buy? Those are my farmer's handles. Those are my stones. The yoke that I'm going to lift the stones over, that's my yoke, my crash pads. You know, it's my own hard-earned money, but I take my shit seriously, and the gym's lucky. I'm lucky in the sense that the gym will let me have the equipment in here. So, yeah. Prepare to fail to prepare, prepare to fail, and all that shit. You'll notice that I'm not doing like a fast drop turn. I'm being steady with my drop turn, being composed, because I'm focusing more on the initial pickup, because there's no drop turn in competition. It's 30 meters straight. So all I need is a good pickup, explosive off the start, and then obviously getting outside probably next week to cover the distance and trust my grip strength and cover it. All of which is very confident. All of which I am very confident that I can do it. A lot of it now is building speed. Like that event, I know 2 of the lads that are in my class are lads that I've coached before, and although I may be statically stronger than them, they're lighter than me and much quicker than me. So, and one thing I promised to myself with doing the Strongman, yes, I want to be big and I want to be heavy and I want to be up over 130 kilos, knocking on 300 pounds, which I'm doing. I've got to stay dynamic. Like the days of me waddling about heavy with a lower back pump, unable to tie my shoes and that sort of shit are done. Because at the end of the day, I've come to realise that a lot of that is just me being lazy. So get that gone. Focus on continuing to move, because there are people far bigger than me, far heavier than me, that are way faster than me and more dynamic than I am. So let's just keep working on it. So I was quite confident about this event, but now I'm setting it up, my confidence is fading quite quickly. So it's going to be an interesting one to set up. It's a 450 mil stepping competition, and this one is 550, so I'm 100 mil over training. I don't think I really need to worry about stepping up. It's more just loading and getting used to loading, because stepping up is step on a box in my sleep, can't I? There is, however, a set of power stairs at a local gym, about half an hour, 45 minutes away, so I have the opportunity to use that in the future as well. But for now, this is going to be my bread and butter, so just kind of got to get used to it, really. signs of hurting myself taking it off as opposed to putting it on. Driving it up, flicking it on with the legs, that feels very natural. But taking it off the box, I mean, that's only at the moment 105. So I've got another 60 kilo to add to that before it's comp weight. I'm gonna slap one more 25 on and do 130 today. And do like a relatively steady set of 5-ish. But like I say, my main concern is just that, taking it off. But take my time, keep on my brace, don't rush. There's no need to rush. I'm not against any time limit today. So yeah, chuck another 25 on and go again. So it looks like I wasn't loading that all the way on. To be honest, I just wanted to be explosive and lift it to the height. That is 100 mil higher than the step at competition. So just being able to load at that height means that I can comfortably clear the height at competition fine. But that isn't comp weight. Well, it is, it's tiered. It's 3 reps with, I think, 3 or 4 different weights up to 165. And that's just 130 on there. And that was quite humbling, to be fair. That was quite difficult, quite awkward. Difficult to be explosive, to pop it up that high. It may even be worth me messaging the guys that are running the comp to see if the stairs are in their gym and if I can go down there and train them and have a go, because then I've had to go on the exact equipment that I'm going to use on competition day with their setup, because I'm assuming they're going to use a duck walk like I am today to fling that on. But I know, like, when I've seen power stairs done at other competitions, it's like a stone with a ring on that you lift and drop on, like a bell-shaped stone. Could be that, I don't know. So a little bit more information is needed on that event, but I'm happy with that today. I don't need to push that too far. I felt it out, but that sort of opened my eyes, and that does need work. So we'll work on it. No issues there. Right, now on to Atlas stones.
Catch them, rack them, stack them. Money gotta run, my guy. Fresh out the pump and never stay or dry.
Jizzed all over my arms. Look, this here's alien grip jizz. So.
Can I move them waistline? Weed lights up, head it gets bust. Shots off it, 1 tequila can't run. My driver don't drink, so you know what I go on for the night. Press gas on the M-way, put up to the gate fast. Vibes off it, go on, save time from autumn, summer. Bouncy like rubber, new banners round me. Every blood clot night, yeah. Badders round me, only badders round me. Yeah, badders round me. Every blood clot night.
So I can't get. I know, my arms are like 7 inches past it. Yeah, that was annoying. Just the ball is a little bit small, so didn't know what to do with my arms initially, but it's not heavy, so that's good.
Every blood clot night. Badders round me, badders round me, only badders round me. Yeah, wild for the night.
Nice, that was an 80 kilo stone. This is now a 100 kilo stone, so I'll flick this one over hopefully, and then I'm just trying to build confidence. That's all I'm doing. Remind myself of technique. It's been 7, maybe 8 years since I've done stones, so and even then I wasn't doing stones a lot. Interesting story about my strongman career previously is I'd done a couple of like what I call like noddy comps, nothing serious, odd events, like nothing crazy, strongman style deadlift competition, stuff like that. But I'd planned a I think it was either 3 or 5 comp season at beginner level, beginner and novice even. But the rule at novice is if you win at novice, you can no longer compete at novice. I turned up to my first competition, which was it Barton's Strongest Saxon or something like that? Strongest Saxon, I remember Strongest Saxon anyway. This was in 2018. Big Z, Zadruna Saviscus was the head referee, of the day. And I competed against 16 other lads, so I would have been really happy to finish like mid-table, some big strong lads, 150 kilo lads, very daunting looking lads. And I won. 6 points clear going into the last event, which even I couldn't believe it, but I was just on form, having a good day, got points ahead right at the start and did enough to keep ahead all the way through. But that also brought my season to a complete end. And you're probably thinking, well, why didn't you compete in inters? The jump, certainly back then, the jump between novice and inters was huge. I mean, I was putting lads in for inters competitions as a coach at the time, and they were deadlifting 280 for reps, 280 kilos for reps inside 60 seconds, where in my competition at novice level, it was 180 kilos. It's a 100 kilo difference on deadlift in competition. Big difference. So I had a lot of work to do to get strong for that. That was a fucking long time ago. Oh, just rushed. Slow and steady. Awkward and heavy. To be honest, it doesn't feel overly heavy, it's just awkward and trying to find the right position and being explosive out of positions I'm not particularly explosive yet. And that's okay. I mean, that's 120 with no tack. So it's got a little bit of tacky on the stone though, but felt shit off the floor, so I've got some stuff to work on there. But I'm happy to get it, but I've got a lot of work to do. So yeah, I'll probably do one more with it and then call it a day. So I thought I was a little bit higher up than I was, so missed the bar, but I'm not overly worried. I'm not going to burn myself out too much today. I might drop back to 100 and do 5, and then that'll be it. That is me. So happy with that. Next week, I'm going to put some tack on, have that 120, make it look easier. Maybe pull a 140 out, and then do the same again. Back to technique work on 100. Just trying to get nice and dynamic off the floor if I can, because at the moment that's the bit that I'm concerned with, and then trying to find positioning to get a bite, getting it into my chest right here so I can pull it up and stick it up just seems to be a little bit tricky, but first time doing them in 8 years. If you're looking at my technique and thinking it's shit, you don't need to tell me, I already know. I've got a lot to figure out in the next few weeks to see this through, but that's the fun of it. That is the fun of it. He's figuring it all out, watching it back on video, picking away at it and going, oh yeah, I need to do this, this and this. Refining. So yeah, awesome stuff. Let's have this 100 out and pop it around a few times and then call it a day. Oh no, my shoulders are knackered. One more, you fat bastard. You can tell I'm doing something wrong because it's definitely inefficient. Okay, so that session done. A challenging one, a real learning curve that. Obviously pretty shit in terms of my ability, which, what do you fucking expect? I'm not just going to walk into this and naturally be good at it just because I'm strong. There's a lot of technique involved that I am not hitting, and this is where we have to just respect that lifting weights or just lifting anything in general is a skill, and building a skill takes time, and I have to respect that. Can't judge myself or my ability or be concerned or doubtful with today's performance at all. So I've got 12 more weeks to refine it and make it better, and that's what I'll do. Go back to the drawing board, do some research, do some deep dive on it, and just work harder. So yeah, a good session. I'm not worried. Might look a bit terrible and I'll probably cringe watching it back, but you know, I can't expect myself just to walk into it and be naturally talented. I've never been naturally talented at anything. I've always had to work. So, but one thing I do have is confidence in my ability to work, and that's what I will do over the next 12 weeks. Work my absolute bollocks off to see this job out. So until next time, guys, peace, love and